Hello and welcome to the first episode. So, today we are going to be talking about 3 ways to be more charismatic. Now, these are going to be, I'm going to apologize in advance for these episodes. These episodes are going to be shot on the fly. They're going to be done in my car, walking around, doing things as I'm doing my life because what I'm doing now is I'm traveling the country and I'm going from Vermont to California to completely start a new life. I've done it multiple times. That's just a little bit about me. So, this stuff, like, I'm going to be homeless doing this stuff, but I feel like I have to do these. And even if they're just like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, not even 10 minutes, just 5 minutes long, just little short tidbits of insight and inspiration that will help me, and hopefully it'll help some of you out there who are listening. So, our first topic today is going to be real quick. It's going to be 3 ways to be more charismatic. The first way to become charismatic is just become genuinely interested in others. So, greet them with excitement, greet them with kindness, be genuinely excited and interested in them. This advice Now, this advice is very simple. This advice is obvious, but that's the part about the best kind of advice is people will hear advice and they'll say, "Oh, well, that's obvious or that's common sense, blah blah blah." But nine times out of 10, people don't do this stuff. Like people will say it's obvious, people will say it's easy, but everybody I encounter, everybody I meet, all the things that I do in life, I notice people don't do the advice. They don't try it. They don't do it. And keep that in mind as we go through these because these are dead simple ways to be more charismatic. When you become genuinely interested in somebody, what it does is everybody cares about their own ego, right? So everybody ultimately cares about themselves. Obviously, they care about their well being, their success, their interests, etc. So, if you can become genuinely interested in somebody's interest, you already break through that barrier. Everybody has like a barrier when a stranger comes up and talks to them, like they have barriers. They have mental barriers that are conditioned through, social situations in our social life. But when you start talking to somebody about something they're interested in, you're going to automatically connect with them and build instant rapport, sorry. So that's our number one. Our number two is actually, it kind of ties in with number one. So let's just move down. All right, tip number two. And this is kind of hard. It's easy in theory, but it's hard to implement and understand. Um, a lot of people want to know how to build confidence and be naturally suave. The number one thing you can do is act like it, even if you don't feel like it. And I know that's probably like, it sucks to hear. It's like, a lot of people are looking for that magic pill, that one thing that'll lead them to success. But the major way to build confidence is to just like act it. Even if you might not feel it, I understand it's hard to do something when you don't feel it. It's like saying just be happy when you're clinically depressed, right? It's hard. Like it's not impossible. I'm going to tell you that right now, but it can be very difficult for somebody to just act confident. But there's ways that you can act confident. Holding your head up, assuming body positions that are welcoming, not crossing your arms, sitting back, leaning up, like body positions alone will help you feel better. Like when you sit up straight and you look up and you just relax, it has a major effect on your confidence. Just like changing your breathing pattern. If you ever get nervous, changing your breathing pattern is the easiest way to become more self-centered, more calm, more at ease. And this is a technique that public speakers use. I don't want to get into that because we're on a charismatic topic. But I know it's hard. Try it. Try changing your breathing patterns. Try changing your postures. I want to try to give actionable tips that you can do. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments and I'll get to them. If you didn't like it or if you want more, leave them in the comments. But this is simple stuff that you have to do. You have to try. Everything that I say on these podcasts or whatever they're going to be, I want you to try. Like, do it. Just try it. Because so many people just read stuff and they just consume information and they're looking for like a magic pill and they're you know it's not like that. You have to internalize simple concepts and try them and experiment with what works for you. The third way, and this is very simple as well, smiling. Now, I know that it's easy, and actually for me it's not. Like, for me, smiling like automatically breaks through somebody's barriers, right? So if a smile can go a long way in greetings and greeting strangers, opening up to people, and the one thing smiling does is it makes you more approachable. So when you smile at people, like, I've started whole conversations with people standing in line, just out in coffee shops, cafes, whatever, just breaking a smile, like turning around, I smiled at them, and then they smiled back, and then they started a conversation. Like, smiling is very powerful and very underrated because it seems so simple and so stupid, really. But it's not. It's like, these are simple things, and they're very, very effective and very powerful if you use them right. Okay? It can rub off on people. It can change somebody's whole day if just by like and I'm talking not a fake smile. I'm talking about a genuine, real smile. And it's hard to do. I know it. It's very hard to do. But just give it a try. Practice it. Think of a happy thought. Like, be genuinely interested, genuinely smile, and you will go a long way. And I'll tell you a tip before I end this podcast or this episode. I used to thought I smiled a lot, right? And actually, I asked my friends, and I recorded myself, and I looked in the mirror and stuff, and I realized that I didn't smile really at all. What I thought was a smile, like if you smile now, try it, just like a genuine smile. Now, if you go look in a mirror, which is what I did, I noticed that, like, what I felt like was a smile was barely like a grit, like it was barely anything. It didn't even look like a smile. It was just like a whatever. Like, it wasn't even. It was just like a upturn of my corners of my mouth. It wasn't a smile. So once I changed that, once I actually started and audited myself, I realized that I wasn't smiling enough, and I changed that, and I saw a big difference just being out and being social, even just going to a grocery store. And we're going to deal with social anxiety and all that stuff later on, but this is the first episode. I wanted to get out there. I'm just going to keep pumping these out and making these. Anything you want me to cover, leave them in the comments. Anything you want me to change, leave them in the comments. If you think it's too long or whatever. Or if you hate me, just don't even listen to me. I don't care. This is for me. And this is for you guys out there if it helps you. So this is going to be about self-help, self-development, charisma, social skills, persuasion. And I apologize for the poor quality again. My name's Cody. I'm doing these on my iPhone with little, what are they called? The iPhone headphones. So I think you might be able to hear me swallow, and I'm sorry about that. But I don't really have anything else to do this on. I just have to record these. I'm on the road. I'm homeless. So that's it. And until next time, see you later, guys.